My dear friends, imagine for a moment a world where nothing and no one could disturb your inner peace. Picture yourself moving through life with an unshakable sense of calm, a profound serenity that remains untouched by external circumstances. This, my beloved audience, is not merely a fantasy, but a state of being that is within your grasp, waiting to be claimed by the power of your own imagination and belief. Tonight, we shall embark on a journey of transformation, exploring the art of acting as if nothing and no one bothers you. This is not a journey of denial or suppression, but one of elevation and transcendence. It is a path that leads to true freedom, a freedom that comes from within and radiates outward, touching every aspect of your life. Let us begin by understanding the nature of our reality. The world you see around you, with all its challenges and triumphs, is but a reflection of your inner state. It is a mirror, showing you the contents of your own consciousness. When you allow yourself to be bothered by external events or individuals, you are, in essence, giving away your power. You are declaring that your inner peace is subject to the whims of the world around you. But I say to you, it need not be so. You have within you the divine power to shape your reality, to choose your response to every situation. This power is your birthright, gifted to you by the infinite intelligence that permeates all of creation. It is the very essence of your being, waiting to be recognized and embraced. To act as if nothing and no one bothers you is to align yourself with this divine power. It is to step into your true identity as a creator, rather than a mere reactor to life circumstances. When you master this art, you become like a rock in a stormy sea, unmoved by the crashing waves around you. You become the eye of the hurricane, the center of perfect calm amidst the swirling chaos. Now, you might ask, how do I begin this transformation? How do I cultivate this unshakable peace? The answer, my friends, lies in the power of your imagination. For it is through your imagination that you can create new states of consciousness, new ways of being in the world. Imagination is not mere fantasy or daydreaming. It is the very substance of reality, the creative power of the universe expressing itself through you. When you imagine yourself as unbothered, as perfectly at peace, regardless of external circumstances, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. And just as surely as an acorn grows into a mighty oak, this seed will grow and manifest in your outer world. Begin each day by taking a few moments to imagine yourself moving through your day with perfect equanimity. See yourself encountering various situations and people, maintaining your inner calm regardless of what unfolds. Feel the peace that comes from knowing that your state of mind is not dependent on external factors. Experience the freedom of choosing your response in every moment. As you practice this, you may find that old habits of reactivity try to reassert themselves. You may catch yourself becoming irritated or upset by something or someone. When this happens, do not judge yourself harshly. Instead, gently return to your imagination. Revise the scene in your mind, seeing yourself responding with calm and poise. For remember, the power to change your experience lies not in the past, but in the present moment. In your daily life, begin to act as if you are already this person who remains unbothered. When faced with a challenging situation or individual, ask yourself, how would I respond if I truly believe that nothing could disturb my peace? Then, embody that response. Speak and act from that place of inner calm and certainty. This practice may feel uncomfortable at first. You may feel as though you are pretending or being inauthentic. But I assure you, this feeling is merely the resistance of old patterns giving way to new ones. For in truth, you are not becoming someone new, but rather uncovering your true self, the self that has always existed beneath the layers of conditioned responses and limiting beliefs. As you persist in this practice, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your experience. Situations that once would have provoked stress or anger may now pass by without disturbing your inner equilibrium. People who once had the power to upset, you may find that power diminishing. You may even find that the very nature of your experiences begins to change, as though the world itself is responding to your new state of being. This, my friends, is the law of assumption at work. For when you assume the feeling of being unbothered, when you live from that state, the outer world has no choice but to conform to your inner reality. It's not the world that changes, but your perception and experience of it. Now let us delve deeper into the mechanics of this transformation. To truly act as if nothing and no one bothers you, you must first understand the nature of your reactions. Every time you feel bothered or disturbed, it is because you have assigned meaning to an event or person's behavior. You have interpreted it in a way that threatens your peace of mind. But what if you could change these interpretations? What if you could choose to see every event, every interaction as neutral? This is the power that lies within you. You have the ability to assign new meanings, to reframe your experiences in ways that support your inner peace rather than undermine it. For instance, when someone speaks harshly to you, instead of interpreting it as a personal attack, you could choose to see it as a reflection of their own inner struggles. When a situation doesn't unfold as you had hoped, rather than seeing it as a failure or disappointment, you could view it as an opportunity for growth or redirection. This shift in perspective is not about denying reality or suppressing your emotions. It is about recognizing that your interpretation of events is not fixed or inevitable. It is a choice, and you have the power to choose differently. As you practice this new way of seeing, you may find that your emotional responses begin to change. What once triggered anger may now evoke compassion. What once caused fear may now inspire curiosity. This is the alchemy of consciousness. The transformation of lead into gold through the power of your own awareness. But remember, my dear friends, this transformation does not happen overnight. It is a process, a journey of continuous unfolding. There may be days when you find it easier to maintain your inner peace, and days when it feels more challenging. This is natural and to be expected. The key is to persist, to return again and again to your practice, regardless of temporary setbacks. For in truth, there are no setbacks on this path. Every experience, every moment of reactivity is an opportunity for growth and deeper understanding. When you find yourself bothered by something or someone, do not judge yourself harshly. Instead, use it as a chance to practice your new way of being. Ask yourself, how can I see this differently? How would I respond if I truly believed that nothing could disturb my peace? In this way, even your moments of apparent failure become stepping stones on your path to mastery. For it is through our challenges that we grow stronger, through our struggles that we deepen our understanding and commitment to our chosen path. As you continue on this journey, you may find that your relationships begin to change. People may respond to you differently, sensing the new energy you bring to your interactions. Those who once seemed to provoke or challenge you may find themselves disarmed by your newfound equanimity. You may even find that certain relationships naturally fall away, while new ones, more aligned with your new state of being, begin to form. This too is part of the process. As you change your inner world, your outer world must change to match it. This is the law of correspondence at work, the principle that states as within. Your external reality is always a perfect reflection of your inner state. Now, let us address a common misconception about this practice. Some may believe that to act as if nothing and no one bothers you means becoming passive or indifferent to the world around you. Nothing could be further from the truth. This state of being is not about withdrawal, apathy, but about engagement from a place of inner strength and clarity. When you are truly unbothered, you are free to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and compassion. You are able to take action not from a place of reactivity or fear, but from a place of centered awareness. This is true power. The power to choose your response in every moment, unswayed by external pressures or internal turbulence. Imagine how differently you might approach a difficult conversation or a challenging task when you are coming from this place of inner peace. You would be able to listen more deeply, to see more clearly, to act more effectively. Your words and actions would carry greater weight, for they would be coming from a place of authentic power, rather than defensiveness or aggression. This state of being also allows you to be more present in your life. When you are constantly reacting to the world around you, always on edge, always ready to be bothered. You miss so much of the beauty and wonder that surrounds you. But when you cultivate this inner peace, this unshakable calm, you create space for true presence. You become able to fully engage with each moment, to appreciate the richness of your experiences without being swept away by them. As you continue to practice acting as if nothing and no one bothers you, you may find that your very perception of time begins to change. The past loses its power to haunt you, for you no longer allow old hurts or regrets to disturb your peace. The future loses its ability to provoke anxiety, for you trust in your ability to meet whatever comes with equanimity and grace. You become more and more rooted in the present moment, the only place where true power and peace can be found. This shift in your relationship with time is profound. It frees you from the burdens of the past and the worries of the future, allowing you to pour your energy and attention fully into the now. And it is in this now, this eternal present, that all possibilities exist. It is here that you can truly create, truly live, truly be. As you deepen in this practice, you may begin to experience moments of what some traditions call witness consciousness. This is a state of awareness where you observe your thoughts, emotions, and experiences without becoming identified with them. You begin to recognize that you are not your thoughts, not your emotions, not even your experiences. You are the awareness that perceives all of these. This recognition is liberating beyond measure. For when you no longer identify with your thoughts and emotions, they lose their power to disturb your peace. You can observe anger arising without becoming angry. You can notice fear without becoming afraid. You become like the sky, vast and unchanging, while thoughts and emotions pass through like clouds. This state of witness consciousness is not something you need to achieve or attain. It is your natural state, your birthright. It is always present, always available. The practice of acting as if nothing and no one bothers you is simply a way of aligning yourself with this truth, of remembering who you really are. As you continue on this path, you may find that your entire relationship with the concept of problems begins to shift. What once seemed like insurmountable obstacles may now appear as opportunities for growth and creativity. You may find yourself approaching challenges with a sense of curiosity and even excitement, rather than dread or resistance. This shift in perspective is transformative. It allows you to engage with life in a whole new way. Instead of constantly trying to avoid or overcome problems, you begin to see them as an integral part of your journey, as teachers that are helping you to grow and evolve. Imagine how different your life would be if you truly believed that nothing could disturb your peace, that no problem was too big for you to handle with grace and equanimity. How would you show up differently in your relationships, your work, your daily life? What new possibilities might open up for you? This, my dear friends, is the promise of this practice. It is not just about learning to remain calm in the face of adversity, although that is certainly a valuable skill. It is about fundamentally transforming your relationship with life itself. It is about stepping into your power as a creator, as a divine being having a human experience. As you continue to act as if nothing and no one bothers you, you may find that your sense of self begins to expand. The boundaries that once seemed so solid and real between self and other, between inner and outer, may start to dissolve. You may begin to experience a profound sense of connection with all of life. A recognition of the underlying unity that permeates all of existence. This expanded sense of self is not an intellectual concept, but a lived experience. It is a direct knowing of your true nature as boundless awareness, as the infinite potential from which all forms arise. And from this expanded state of consciousness, the idea of being bothered by anything or anyone seems almost laughable. For how can the ocean be disturbed by a single wave? As you deepen into this practice, you may find that your very purpose in life begins to shift, no longer driven by the need to prove yourself or to achieve external markers of success. You may find yourself naturally drawn to express your unique gifts in service of the whole. Your actions become less about personal gain and more about contributing to the greater good, not out of a sense of duty or obligation, but out of the joyful recognition of your interconnectedness with all of life. This shift in purpose is accompanied by a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. For when you are no longer bothered by the ups and downs of life, when you are no longer swayed by the opinions or actions of others, you become free to fully express your authentic self. You become a clear channel through which the infinite creativity of the universe can flow. Now, I want to address a question that may have arisen in your minds as we've explored this practice. You may be wondering, but what about injustice? What about the very real problems in the world? Shouldn't we be bothered by these things? This is a valid and important question. The practice of acting as if nothing and no one bothers you does not mean turning a blind eye to the challenges and injustices in the world. It does not mean becoming indifferent or apathetic. Rather, it means approaching these issues from a place of centered awareness and inner peace. When you are not bothered, when you are not reactive, you are actually in a much better position to address problems and create positive change. You are able to see more clearly, to respond more effectively, to act with wisdom and compassion, rather than from a place of anger or fear. Think about the great change makers throughout history, individuals like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., or Nelson Mandela. These were not people who were unbothered by injustice, but they were able to respond to injustice from a place of inner peace and nonviolence. They understood that true change comes not from fighting against what is, but from embodying and radiating the change they wish to see in the world. This is the power that becomes available to you when you master the art of remaining unbothered. You become a force for positive change in the world, not through struggle and resistance, but through the sheer power of your being. As we near the conclusion of our exploration, I want to remind you that this practice of acting as if nothing and no one bothers you is not about reaching a fixed destination. It is not about achieving a permanent state of unshakable calm. Rather, it is an ongoing journey, a continuous unfolding. There will be moments when you forget, when you find yourself caught up in reactivity. There will be challenges that push you to your limits, that test your resolve. But each of these moments is an opportunity to remember, to return to your practice, to choose again. The key is to approach this journey with gentleness and compassion for yourself. Do not judge yourself harshly when you fall short of your ideal. Instead, celebrate each moment of remembering, each instance where you choose peace over reactivity. For it is through these small, consistent choices that great transformation occurs. Remember, my dear friends, that you are not alone on this journey. As you practice acting as if nothing and no one bothers you, you become part of a growing community of individuals who are choosing to live from a place of inner peace and expanded awareness. Your practice not only transforms your own life, but contributes to the transformation of the collective consciousness. Imagine a world where more and more people are choosing to respond to life's challenges from a place of centered awareness rather than reactivity. Imagine the ripple effects this could have on our relationships, our communities, our world. This is the potential that lies within this practice. As we come to the close of our time together, I invite you to make a commitment to yourselves. Commit to exploring this practice in your daily life. Commit to acting as if nothing and no one bothers you, not just in easy moments, but especially in challenging ones. Commit to remembering your true nature as boundless awareness, as the creator of your experience. Start small. Perhaps choose one situation or interaction each day where you consciously practice remaining unbothered. Observe what happens both within yourself and in your external experience. Notice how this practice begins to shift your perception, your emotions, your very way of being in the world. And remember, this practice is not about suppressing your emotions or denying your experiences. It's about expanding your capacity to hold all of your experiences within a larger field of peace and awareness. It's about recognizing that you are not your thoughts, not your emotions, not your circumstances, but the vast, unchanging awareness that perceives and contains all of these. As you go forth from here, carry with you the knowledge that true freedom, true peace is always available to you. It is your birthright, your natural state. No matter what challenges you face, no matter what circumstances arise, you always have the power to choose your response, to act from a place of inner calm and clarity. Nothing and no one can disturb my peace unless I allow it. Repeat this to yourself throughout your day. especially in moments when you feel your equilibrium being challenged. Let it remind you of your power, of your true nature. As you continue to practice, you may find that your very presence begins to have a calming effect on those around you. Without saying a word, without taking any overt action, you may find that you become a source of peace and stability for others. This is the natural result of your inner work, the outward manifestation of your inner state. Remember that this practice is not about achieving perfection. It's not about never feeling bothered or disturbed. It's about cultivating a deeper awareness, a more expansive perspective from which you can hold all of your experiences. It's about creating a space between stimulus and response, a space in which you can choose your reaction rather than being driven by habitual patterns. As you deepen in this practice, you may find that your relationship with silence and solitude begins to change. You may discover a new appreciation for moments of quiet, for times when you can simply be with yourself without the need for external stimulation or distraction. This is a natural outgrowth of your growing inner peace, a reflection of your increasing comfort with your own being. In these moments of silence, you may find insights arising spontaneously. Solutions to problems that once seemed intractable may suddenly become clear. Creative ideas may flow more freely. This is because when you're no longer constantly bothered or disturbed by external events or internal chatter, you create space for your innate wisdom and creativity to emerge. As you continue on this path, you may also notice changes in your physical body. The constant state of stress and reactivity that many of us live in takes a toll on our physical health. But as you learn to remain unbothered, you may find that your body begins to relax, that chronic tensions begin to release. You may sleep more soundly, digest your food more easily, feel more energetic throughout your day. This is the power of inner peace manifesting in your physical experience. Remember, my dear friends, that this practice is not just for your benefit alone. As you learn to remain unbothered, as you cultivate this inner peace, you become a beacon of calm in an often chaotic world. Your very presence can have a ripple effect, influencing those around you in subtle but profound ways. Imagine the impact you could have on your family, your workplace, your community, simply by embodying this state of unshakable peace. Imagine how differently you might handle conflicts, how much more effectively you might solve problems, how much more authentically you might express yourself. This is the promise of this practice. It's not just about personal tranquility, although that is certainly a wonderful benefit. It's about becoming a force for positive change in the world, not through struggle or force, but through the power of your being. As we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with a visualization exercise. Close your eyes for a moment, if you feel comfortable doing so, and imagine yourself as a vast, clear sky. See thoughts, emotions, and experiences as clouds passing through the sky. Some clouds are light and fluffy, others dark and stormy. But no matter what kind of clouds pass through, the sky itself remains vast, open, and unchanged. This is your true nature. No matter what experiences you have, no matter what thoughts or emotions arise, you are that vast, open awareness. Nothing can truly disturb or diminish you. Let this image be a reminder to you as you go about your daily life. Now, as we conclude, I invite you to take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. And as you exhale, imagine yourself releasing any tension, any worry, any disturbance you may be holding. Allow yourself to settle into that place of inner peace that is always available to you. Remember, the practice of acting as if nothing and no one bothers you is a journey, not a destination. It's a continual choosing, a moment-by-moment alignment with your true nature. There will be challenges along the way, moments when you forget times, when you find yourself caught up in reactivity. But each of these moments is an opportunity to remember, to return to your practice, to choose peace once again. Go forth from here with the knowledge that you have within you everything. You need to live a life of profound peace and purposeful action. You have the power to choose your response in every moment, to act from a place of centered awareness rather than habitual reactivity. Let your life be a testament to the transformative power of inner peace. Let your presence be a reminder to others of their own innate capacity for equanimity and grace. And above all, remember that in every moment, you have the choice to act as if nothing and no one bothers you. This choice, made consistently and with intention, has the power to transform not only your own life, but the very world around you. It is a choice that aligns you with the deepest truth of your being, with the infinite potential that lies within you. As you leave this gathering and return to your daily lives, carry with you the practices and insights we've explored. Let them infuse your interactions, your decisions, your very way of being in the world. And know that as you do so, you are contributing to a greater awakening, a collective shift towards a more peaceful and harmonious world. Remember, my dear friends, that you are not alone on this journey. You are part of a growing community of individuals who are choosing to live from a place of inner peace and expanded awareness. Your practice, your commitment to remaining unbothered, ripples out into the world. So go forth with courage and conviction. Embrace the challenges that come your way as opportunities for growth and deepening. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small they may seem. And above all, be gentle with yourself as you navigate this path. For in the end, the practice of acting as if nothing and no one bothers you is not about achieving some perfect state of constant tranquility. It's about embracing the fullness of your human experience from a place of expanded awareness. It's about living with greater freedom, authenticity, and joy. As we part ways, I leave you with this final thought. You are the author of your own experience. In every moment, you have the power to choose peace, to choose freedom, to choose love. May you use this power wisely and well for the benefit of yourself and all beings. Thank you for your presence, your attention, and your commitment to this transformative work. May you go forth in peace, unbothered by the changing tides of life, steadfast in your connection to the unchanging awareness that is your true nature. Blessings on your journey, my dear friends. Our time together may be ending, but your journey of inner peace and self-discovery is just beginning. Embrace it with an open heart and a willing spirit, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Remember, the power to remain unbothered lies within you. It is your natural state, your birthright. Claim it, embody it, live it. And as you do, you will become a living example of the peace and freedom that is possible for all of us. Go now, and let your light shine brightly in the world. Let your inner peace radiate outward, touching all those you encounter. For in doing so, you become a beacon of hope, a testament to the transformative power of consciousness, and a force for positive change in our world. Thank you, and may you always remember the infinite power that resides within you to choose peace, to remain unbothered, and to live a life of profound meaning and purpose. Farewell, my dear friends, until we meet again in the vast, unbounded awareness that is our true home.